Good morning. In the wake of the fierce conflict that raged across Rome, when the dust of civil war settled and the banners of my legions fluttered victoriously in the wind, I found myself standing not just as a conqueror, but as a custodian of peace. The victorious clangor of battle had faded into the soft murmur of political maneuvering, and I was faced with a critical decision: to embrace the power of forgiveness or to perpetuate the cycle of enmity and retribution. The scene was set in the Forum, now a place of tense anticipation rather than of triumphant celebration. The air was thick with the scent of wet stone and the distant hum of the city's daily life. The grand marble columns, usually a backdrop to triumphs and oratory, now seemed to bear witness to a different kind of resolution. The faces of my former adversaries, who had once stood resolutely against me, were now expressions of apprehension and hope. My decision to offer clemency was not born out of mere magnanimity, but from a strategic understanding of what was necessary to forge a lasting peace. As I addressed the assembly, I spoke not only of the victories that lay behind us, but of the future we could build together. The golden light of the late afternoon sun cast long shadows, as if heralding the dawn of a new era. My voice resonated through the Forum, carrying with it a promise of reconciliation and collaboration. The emotional texture of that moment was profound. I saw the initial skepticism in the eyes of those who had once been my enemies, a mixture of disbelief and cautious optimism. I reflected upon the choices before me. It was not merely about showing mercy, but about extending an olive branch to those who had the power to either stabilize or destabilize the realm. The grandeur of Rome's marble structures, so solid and unyielding, contrasted sharply with the delicate task of rebuilding trust and unity. I approached this delicate negotiation with a blend of firmness and empathy. I engaged directly with the leaders of the opposition, listened to their grievances, and offered positions of influence within the new order. This act of forgiveness was a calculated move, recognizing that it was easier to integrate former enemies into a new framework of governance than to face the continued turmoil of unrest. Reflecting upon these moments, I grasped the profound impact that forgiveness can wield. It is a powerful tool, not only for ending feuds, but for laying the foundation for long-term stability. It diffuses tensions and fosters a cooperative spirit, transforming former adversaries into allies. The bold step of reconciliation allowed us to move beyond the destructive cycle of retribution and to embrace a future built upon mutual respect and shared goals. Consider a current or past conflict in your own life, where forgiveness might play a crucial role. Reflect on how extending an olive branch could transform the situation and pave the way for a more harmonious resolution. Identify one specific step you can take today to initiate forgiveness or open a dialogue aimed at reconciliation. How can this approach lead to more lasting peace and stability in your own relationships or environment?